Jeremy. Hi, I'm Jeremy with Britt Music and Arts Festival. I'm the Creative Marketing Manager. I'm here with John Butler, who is going to be performing tonight. And we have a few questions from our Ask a Star at Britt program that were submitted by you, the fans. First off, welcome. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
How was your trip over? I know you've been on a really busy tour.
Yeah, we've been out for a while. This is our second last show of 2.5 months, and it's been a good summer. You know, I kind of avoided winter all in Australia. So
excellent. Well, this is a good way to enjoy Southern Oregon. I know you've been here a few times before. Yeah. But it's less hot, a little bit more rain.
Yeah, a little less smoke in the air, which is actually quite nice. You know, a little bit of water. Everybody needs more water at the moment. So
Indeed. Well, let's jump into the questions. The first question is kind of a combination that several people asked, and so we kind of put them together. First part is, where do you draw your inspiration from? And the second part is, what do you do to re-inspire yourself after hitting a creative roadblock?
Inspiration can come from anywhere, like literally anywhere. I could be walking down the street and watch, you know, a student band playing on the corner for a holiday picnic or something, you know, for the community fair, you know, and hear a orchestral drum being hit in a certain way and go, oh yeah, I want to do that. You know, I can hear a fiddle player or a bluegrass player, or I can hear some death metal music, and you know, like, it doesn't matter where it comes from. I have my ears are quite selective, so I can kind of listen to a song that I mostly don't like and hear something that's brilliant, and then be able to dance to it and go, oh no, I just love that. I'm just listening to that. So. It comes from everywhere, and you know, a lot of times it doesn't even come from music. It comes from nature. It comes from philosophy. A lot of times, and it could just be a story that somebody told me. They might just say one thing, and I'm like, somebody told me the other day. He's like, you know, we're talking about relationships and how sometimes the partner seems to bear the brunt of, you know, the best and the worst of their other partner, you know, and why everybody else kind of gets, you know, and we call it the exhaust. He said, oh yeah, sometimes we, you know, us partners bear the exhaust fumes, you know, of our partner's engine running really hard as they're trying to do their work, and we cop it when we get home. And I thought, oh, the exhaust fumes. And it's just like there's a line slowly developing in a song, you know. Yeah. So it can come from anywhere. Yeah. And what do I do to, you know, I camp. I go camping by myself. I spend time. I live in the country. We deliberately moved to the country because my wife, being a touring musician as well, and artist, we live so urban. You know, we live in buses and for so long. So getting out and getting the horizon, actually being able to see the horizon and getting some greenery, some color therapy, is a real recharge. You know, that. I sometimes I write a lot of songs when I'm camping.
Nice. Second one is, Tim wants to know about your songwriting process. Is it lyrics first, melody first, instrumental progression first, or something unique to you?
All of the above. You know, every song is a different horse and a different wild horse, and you're just trying to coax that wild horse out of the wonder and out of the great wild, which is whatever it is that we can hear as artists, and but every horse wants the saddle put on a different way. You can drag the horse in. You might not get a good song out of it. You'll get the, you know, you'll see what the horse used to look like. Be kind of broken. So you're trying to bring that horse in voluntarily, that song in voluntarily, and you're using all the skills that you have as that individual. As John, you know, I use my vocal cords and my history and my experience and my nails and my technique and all that I've gained along the way to bring the horse in. But the horse essentially isn't mine. And when it's really good, all my techniques have coaxed it in without leaving my fingerprints on it.
Nice.
Doesn't always happen. It's rare, and it's wonderful when it happens. And that's what keeps me addicted, you know. Yeah.
That creative process, I understand that. Another combo question we have from Kaylee and JP They ask, how much does the setting or venue influence your energy or enjoyment of the performance? And what is your favorite venue to perform at? I'm assuming, since this is your 5th time at Britt, that Britt's right up there, but I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yeah, settings like this are like my favorite. So amphitheater and a good community and hopefully good sound, But to me, I mean, to be this is my optimum, and it seems to have a good track record. But I mean, this kind of venue, not Britt. Britt has a good track record, but mainly it's the people and the sound. I could be in any place. If the sound is magical and the people are magical, I'm having a magical time. And that doesn't always equate,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, beautiful, great sound system. It's gonna, there's no formula to make a magical show. So I've had magical shows and dive bars to 10 people, and I've had magical shows in front of 40,000 people, and vice versa.
Yeah.
It's sound and connection. We don't come to play music for people, and the audience shouldn't come to clap at us. We come to collaborate. We come to make something special. It's really important that I really want to make sure that people really understand that that's how the way I roll. It's a team effort.
Excellent.
1, 2, that makes the roof, and then we can blow it off.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's really important.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Heather asks, over the years you've donated and promoted several causes and charities. Which is the nearest and dearest to your heart?
I mean, for me, I think a series of environmental movements in Western Australia, because that's my home. And I think I've thought a lot about it, because there's so many great causes. There's humanitarian, there's political, there's just a million community, this environmental, there's so many. I think what draws me to the environmental movement is that it's all of ours. It's not, there's no racial divide or even economic divide, religious divide, nationalistic divide. It's like we all need clean air, we all need clean water, and I guess what kind of joins the thread for me is I'm always going to be drawn to something that I find there's a bit of injustice. When a company comes to town, buys out the local council or local government, trashes a water source to get to it via fracking, say example, extracts, leaves the place polluted, doesn't really leave any economic benefit for the town, and leaves, I instantly, I'm trying to put this in a nice way, I lose, it grates on me, like it's abrasive at the most inner core of myself, because it hits on self-respect. I mean, it hits on respect, community respect. It hits on actual legal justice. It hits on why would you do that to anybody? Like, that's like, it's a terrible thing to hit. Yeah. So I find the environmental movements are the ones I'm drawn to, because it brings all classes of people, all races of people, and there's nothing that will divide us, like Republican or Democrat or Islam and Christianity, black and white, male or female. It's like we all need clean air and clean water. That's a basic human right. And so for me, I answer questions really long, I apologize. Fracking is massive at the moment.
Yeah. Having
companies come in and drill through a precious aquifers that took billions of years to create, to extract the gas that I feel like we have the technology to be beyond. I find it just absolutely like de-evolution. It's impractical. It goes against life. To live, it's kind of evil. Yeah. So for me, that's what draws me. Those are the things that always will get me out of off my couch and like, no, 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 no. I don't like bullies. I don't like people taking advantage of their power.
Yeah.
So you don't come into a neighborhood and treat people like that. That's not on. So
Indeed.
Sorry, but that's that. Yeah. That's the answer.
That's a great answer. That's a great answer.
Yeah.
And then our final question of the night is Richard asks if you could tour with any artist, living or past, who would it be? Obviously, time and space is not an issue here, so.
Living or dead. Living or dead. Oh, God. Well, I mean, there's thousands. I don't know.
Top three.
Stevie Wonder, Hendrix, Pharrell, Dolly Parton. You know, God, the list goes on. There's just countless great acts, and I've had the pleasure of touring with some of my idols like Midnight Oil and Paul Kelly and stuff. So, I feel, played with Richie Havens on stage. I've had my moments. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thanks for joining us for this small Facebook Live interview. Reminder: the John Butler Trio Plus is playing tonight. I believe starts at 7 p.m. and Trevor Hall is going to be opening for them.
You'll love him. He's so good. Sorry, I just had to interrupt you.
Excellent. There are still tickets available, so please come on out and enjoy the beautiful moist weather here, but it's still nice and warm. Thanks again for viewing, and we'll see you on the hill.